binds to the nicotinic acetylcholine receptors, and there are a bunch of different ones on a bunch of different tissues. And the differences in those receptors dictate what sorts of effects the nicotine will have on those tissues. So let's talk about what those effects are, and let's do that by dividing the effects of nicotine into effects on the brain, so everything from the neck up, and on the body, the so-called central nervous system and the periphery. Although I want to point out that your spinal cord is part of the central nervous system, so in fairness to the reality, your brain and spinal cord are all central nervous system. Everything else is considered the periphery. Now, there are a lot of different nicotinic acetylcholine receptors, but for those of you that want to know, you aficionados, or if you're ultra curious about this, the main effects of nicotine in the brain are mediated by nicotine binding to the so-called alpha-4 beta-2 receptor. Alpha-4 beta-2 receptor. Even if you don't care about receptor subtypes, that's going to come up later when we discuss why nicotine suppresses appetite. In fact, one of the major reasons why people don't want to quit smoking, or they quit smoking or another form of ingesting nicotine and then they relapse, they go back to smoking or ingesting nicotine in some other way, is because indeed nicotine will increase metabolism and reduce hunger in large part by binding to this alpha-4 beta-2 receptor in a particular area of the brain. We're going to return to that in a little bit. But if you've ever heard that nicotine kills the appetite, indeed it does. It's not